Hi there everyone, this is Dan Dix here reporting for Press for Truth, and I just wanted to make a quick video today because I've had something on my mind. Someone's recently sent me an article last night, so I just wanted to talk a little bit about that today. We're coming up now on the 3-year mark. It's almost 3 years ago that Justin Bork in Moncton, New Brunswick, went on a shooting rampage and he killed some RCMP officers. And at the time that that happened, I jumped on an airplane. As soon as I heard about it, I went down there and I started interviewing locals. I spoke with lawyers and detectives, and I compiled a report essentially. And in that report, I mentioned that we really need to be weary of the fact that the Canadian government is going to push for more of a militarization of our police force. And to my surprise, I have not been seeing a really active push in that regard since the Moncton shooting until just last night, actually, when an RCMP officer went on trial and stated that he felt that him and his crew were like men being hunted, and that he was at a bit of a disadvantage having only his 9mm pistol compared to the semi-automatic rifles that the shooter had. Now, the officer states that had he have had a carbine, he would have been able to take him out. He mentions that he did have an opportunity to take a shot, but the suspect was approximately 25 meters away, so he didn't want to take the chance. But he says had he had a carbine, he would have went for the shot and he would have taken him out. Now, he admittedly admits that the RCMP have never trained him to use one of these. However, that doesn't matter because this is a former military man. He served in Bosnia, so he is well versed with how to use a carbine. And that's the point here, is that how much more are we going to militarize our police before we say enough is enough? I mean, where do you eventually draw the line? His 9mm wasn't good enough. What happens when the carbine is not good enough? Do they get a rocket launcher? I mean, there has to be a point at which we draw the line. It really wasn't that long ago when the police was an institution that you could respect and look up to. I mean, we all have those images of the cops helping a little old lady across the street. You know, kids used to look up to them and want to be one because it was a respectable job. But how do we go from that to black ski masks and terrorizing thugs, scaring people and acting like bullies? Something has to change, and this anniversary is going to be coming up next month, and I have a feeling the government is going to invoke the 3rd year anniversary. Crossing the street here, I'm gonna get hit by a car. He's going to invoke the 3rd year anniversary to try to push for what this RCMP officer is calling for. But, you know, we need to make the stand and say, we're, you know, no matter how much you equip yourself, it's not going to stop bad people out there from doing the things that they're going to do. And we have to draw a line at just how militarized our police are coming. Sure, you guys have seen the reports of a lot of different municipalities and stuff like that getting armored tanks, you know, to roll around in their small towns in. This is a global phenomenon, and we're starting to see it here in Canada too. So just wanted to give you a heads up. Next month is going to be the 3-year anniversary of the Moncton shooting. And they're probably going to push for some legislation to try to beef up the police state here in Canada. So just my 2 cents on that today, guys. I'll put a link to that article in the description so you can check it out for yourself. It's a terrible, terrible read, but check it out nonetheless. That's it for today, guys. Stay tuned. We're going to have more video reports coming soon. This is Dan Dix reporting for Press for Truth.